A26, more than 2,000 people have signed a petition against the planned closure of traffic lights at a busy Chichester junction. Highways England is set to close off the Oving Lights to crossing traffic. Campaigners say that would be a disaster because it's one of the safest ways to get across the A27.
There'll be definitely a lot more traffic coming through our estate. I've got concerns about the safety of many children that live there, and of course having a newborn myself.
The lights act as a natural brake, and cars along the A27 without the natural brake of the lights will speed up to the bottom of the roundabout and possibly cause more accidents.
Well, we've been speaking to Kate Beresford, who's one of the local residents campaigning to save the Oving Lights.
You're not just talking about people in Oving, you're talking about people in Shopwood, people in Tangmere, you're talking about all the communities that come from the Bognor side of town as well. So it's not just a small group in Oving that are going to be affected by this. It's going to be thousands of drivers from the villages and from Bognor and even beyond as well.
Right. Now let's have a word with Oving Parish Councillor Sjoerd Schuyleman, who has led the Leave the Oving Lights Alone campaign. Hello.
Yes, good morning, Neil.
Thanks very much for coming on. Can you not see it from the people on the A27's point of view that actually those lights are a bit of a pain in the bottom?
No, quite the opposite, because actually what happens either when, in the morning, obviously and for most of the day, the traffic is queuing up waiting to go across the Bognor Road roundabout, which is completely clogged and congested, as you've heard. In the evening, it's the other way round, and people are queuing to wait for the Portfield roundabout. So what happens effectively is that the lights allow you to cross safely into or out of Chichester. It doesn't hold up the traffic. All it does is, there is a queue on each side, and so the vehicles then just move forward when the people have gone across the lights, and that means that they haven't actually lost any time because they would be queuing anyway.
How much extra time would it take for people in Oving and Tangmere, those sort of places coming in, who would normally use those traffic lights? How much would it add to journey time, though, for you?
It's not, from my point of view, it's not that the problems associated with them, it's the problems associated with the residents of the new Shopwood Lakes development, because all of them, the ones that are there so far, obviously it's still being built, but the residents who actually bought houses there were not told by the solicitors acting on behalf of the developers about this at all, and we, as a parish council, fully understand that this is completely wrong, because there is a B-grade road that will go right through the middle of the new development. It'll have yellow lines on it so that people can't park, and the thousands of cars which have been previously using the Oving traffic lights will then be diverted to go through the centre of this housing development. The noise, the pollution associated with that, the risk for children who are playing nearby, and I think that is completely wrong, and that's a dimension that hasn't really been mentioned enough so far in the discussion, and so it's really sad to see that that's happening, and we are actually continuing to fight it. Yes, there is a petition, and I don't think the petition's been mentioned. It's actually on change.org. It's quite easy. It has a drop-down menu, and on the right-hand side when you get into that, and all you do is you do a search and put in Oving Lights, and that'll bring up the petition. And yes, we need a lot more people to actually sign that petition, because if we get over the 3,000, which is a minimum figure that we're targeting for, that will mean that it will have to be heard by committee, and we will get an opportunity once again to actually express our views and try and stop those lights being closed.
Okay, Chad. Thanks very much indeed. There we are, the Oving Lights on the A27. If you drive through there, or maybe you live in the area, your reaction, if you want to join in, 81333, start your text with the word radio. We did ask the Highways England to comment on the programme. They wouldn't come on the programme because of the what they call PERDA, that bit. They don't want to influence the election. I'm not sure that crossing the Oving Lights is going to influence the election, but they can't be so careful. So they say the whole thing is to improve flow of traffic when the new houses are built. That's basically their statement. It's 8:31.